Hey everyone! In this video I'm going to show you how to care for and style my 1-year-old's curls. Yes, she's only 1 and I care for her hair just like I do my older 2 daughters because why not? She was born with it. My goal is for her to have the healthiest curls as possible. Keep watching for all our tips and tricks. Alright, so first we need to start off with clean hair, so I'm rinsing all the products that have been used over the last week and a half to style her hair. It's been about a week and a half since I last washed Zaria's hair, but she doesn't need her hair washed often. She has medium porosity hair, so it does take a little bit to get fully soaked, which is why this video is sped up during this process. This is the first time washing anyone's hair in the sink. I always thought having hair near the kitchen sink was just nasty, but I've cleaned it off really well before and after this video, and it was honestly the easiest wash experience that I've ever had with any of the kids. Her hair isn't really long enough yet to start going down the drain either. If it gets to that point, then I'll probably stop, but until then, I'm going to continue doing it this way. I'm going to start shampooing with my AG Care Balanced Shampoo, which is an apple cider based shampoo. I filmed another video called Wash Day with Naomi that focused solely on this shampoo and conditioner set, so if you haven't seen that yet, check the link in the description and watch that video after this one. I love this shampoo and I use it on all 3 girls, and they all have different curls, but it cleanses the best. So I'm again making this like a spa for her, and I'm massaging this deep into her scalp. I'll get the ends later, but I'm really focusing on her scalp and the roots right now because another part of keeping her relaxed is giving this scalp massage. She loves it. She's only 1 and I want to keep her comfortable, so I put a towel under her body and a rolled up towel under her neck. She is not even trying to move. This is definitely very comfortable for her. I do have a shampoo buddy coming in the mail from Amazon, so I'm going to review that once I get it, but for now this is working well for her. Alright, so we're going to give the hair another good rinse, get all this shampoo out. I kind of massage the scalp again as I'm rinsing it out, along with squeezing the ends at the bottom just to make sure that there's no shampoo residue left behind. Make sure to rinse at the back of the head where all of the product tends to pool. And now we're going to start the conditioning process. So I'm using 3 pumps of my AG Care Boost Conditioner. Again, this is in the previous video titled Wash Day. I don't need to section off her hair to detangle. It's not that tangled or really thick. Now I'm going to start detangling. So I use my Easy Detangler brush, and I start with the ends, working my way up towards the root so that I don't hit any of those tangles and then pull it out of her scalp. Obviously that would hurt and she would be all over the place. So to keep her still, I'm doing it the easiest way possible. This brush is gliding so nicely through her hair, so this conditioner works great at detangling as well. Now we're going to rinse that out fully, again just like I did the shampoo, massage it out of the scalp and then squeeze it down towards the ends. I don't want any of the conditioner left over because I want the hair totally cleaned and bare for the styling product that I'm going to be using. If you've seen the other styling videos for my other daughters, you'll know that the biggest difference in this one, besides the products that I'm going to use, is that I'm actually only using 1 product. In both of my other girls, I need to use at least 3 styling products, but I truly only need 1 to form these silky smooth curls in Zaria's hair. Now I'm going to brush through with my Easy Detangler brush to comb out any tangles that have remained. Part the hair with my rat tail comb. I'll do a side part, but normally I would do a front part if I were doing curly bangs. And then I'll section off the hair to get started with my first styling product and only styling product, the Doux Mousse Def Texture Foam. Now, if anybody would have told me that this was a one and done product, I would have been very skeptical, but just trust me and watch how her curls turn out. Now, I'm going to finger coil. There are so many different ways to finger coil. You can do it with the comb here where you smooth the comb back and brush as you're twirling the comb. I can't ever quite get this right and do it quicker than I can finger coiling, so I'll start finger coiling in just a minute here. I'm going to take about 1/2 inch sections and twirl with the comb around and around to the end so that the curl is smoothed all the way through and twirled, and you'll see the ringlets that it's forming. I'm already sick of it, so I'm just finger coiling the rest from here on out. But there are a couple different techniques to finger coiling, so keep watching. So I'm taking the hair in sections and distributing the product from root to end so that I can cover every piece of that hair strand with this texture foam. Then I'll start separating into 1/2 inch to 1 inch sections and then twirling with my finger. You want to smooth it out with the comb first so that there's no tangles. Twirl the hair around your finger while pinching the curl just about 1 centimeter or 2 below the root so that the curl doesn't stretch out straight at the root. This will ensure beautiful ringlet curls that start from the root and not halfway down the hair strand, causing that triangular shaped hair. On older kids, in addition to this method of finger coiling, you can get a curly cut to frame their face, but obviously a 1-year-old's too young to get a haircut. Now that I'm at the top of the scalp, I'm going to be taking smaller pieces of hair to finger coil. You might ask why I don't just take small pieces all throughout, and the reason is it's just less time consuming. Plus, the bigger curl clumps in the back don't frizz up as easily when broken apart after drying as the top pieces do. That's the reason why I don't do big clumps of curls at the top, because when you take it apart, the frizz just happens way too early in the days between the styles. So I feel this method works best to have the bigger clumps in the back taken apart after the drying process ends, and then smaller, more defined curls at the top that you don't have to split apart after the drying process. Another technique of finger coiling is if you have those stringy types of curls, roll the hair strand around the curved edge of the brush or the comb that you're using as you comb it down the hair strand. Then you twirl the curl around your finger in the direction that it's formed in, and make sure that you pinch it about 1 centimeter or 2 down from the root so that the curl will start from the root. Now, in my opinion, this is the method that creates the most well-defined, smooth curl clump that you don't have to break apart. So if you have stringy curls that are prone to frizz, make sure you use this method where you're rolling the hair strand around the comb or brush that you're using to style. This is similar to styling longer hair with the Denman brush, as you may have seen in my other daughter's styling videos, but we're taking it a step further by finger coiling it in the direction we want it to form in. Now, I have to admit, this was my 5th planned YouTube video, and up until this point, I haven't had any technical difficulties whatsoever, but Doomsday finally came, and the first half of this footage got deleted! So I had to re-record this whole section that I've shown up until now. Luckily, Zari is a very patient, cooperative little girl, because otherwise no one would have gotten this video today. And I probably would have pulled my hair out, so thank you, Zari! And my Zari boo is done! She sat through that so easily! Man, she's just an easy baby. This is the Curlsmith Miracle Shield Heat Protectant Spray, and I'm just going to spritz a light coat of that all throughout her curls before we start the drying process. Now, in regards to the drying process, the first time I recorded this video, I used my diffuser. The second time, which is today, I used the hooded dryer. You can do either, but I would suggest using the diffuser if you want root volume. If not, it's going to take an hour either way, whether or not you use the hooded dryer or the diffuser, and an hour is a great amount of time for you to go get some household chores done, scroll on your phone, do whatever you want to do. If your baby's a wiggler and doesn't sit still, then you need some incentive for them. I would recommend giving them a snack or screen time during this process. We gave her goldfish and she was watching Miss Rachel. If you know, you know. That woman has saved me many days when I've needed to get some things done. All right, now let me show you how to diffuse. I wanted root volume today, so I'm going to pull out the diffuser and start to hover diffuse before touching the curls in any way to avoid creating frizz. Then I'll start to take the roots of the hair with my fingertips, lifting up and then pulling the diffuser up on the roots as well to just give the roots a little bit more lift and volume. I'm not touching any of the pieces individually until they're about halfway dry. So here they are halfway dry. You see me pulling up the clumps of curls that I created finger coiling, and this is what's going to create more volume at the roots, plus it will allow the curls to have more movement. However they dry is the way that they end up laying, and so you want to make sure that you're moving them from side to side, up and down and around, so that you can have as much movement to your curls as possible. If you've seen the video for my other daughter Kaya's styling routine, then you would know that at this point, the halfway mark of the drying process, I'd be flipping her upside down so that we could finish off drying in that position to increase the root volume. But obviously you can't do that with a 1-year-old, so lifting the clumped curls into the diffuser for about 5 to 6 seconds each does the trick. And then towards the end, I'll take a hair pick and lift the roots, then diffuse over that area so that I can take a larger portion of the hair and get those roots all dried at once in that lifted position. And now I'll be doing the exact same thing to the other side of the head, taking the pick and lifting the roots.
I'm done.
Now we're all done, and I'm going to be taking this Curlsmith Bonding Oil using 1 pump in my hand to break apart these curls. I'm just going to take a big curl clump, split it apart. You'll see that natural split once you push it up into its root, and then you split it apart to twirl the curl in the direction that it was formed in. So you just continue to do this anywhere where those big clumps of curls were formed, which is mostly in the back of the head, and then you can fluff it up with a pick or diffuse for a few minutes longer.
Bye.
Zaria is my only daughter that does this. She plays with her hair non-stop. If I take her hand away, she'll use the other hand to do the other side, and she will just keep going. But she's a baby, and at least she wears her bonnet. Here I'm just putting in her bow, and I'm making sure that I'm not pressing down on any of her curls as I put it in. So as I said earlier, we're just going to use a hair pick, fluff up the roots a little bit more, and then we're going to split the curl at the root. So we'll take a curl clump and just spread it apart slightly at the root, and this does create more volume at the top, and it does stay like this.
Hi.
This is the final result of a one styling product wash and go. That Doux Mousse Death is truly all she needs for shiny, hydrated curls, and when paired with finger coiling, it gives great definition while maintaining the silkiness of her natural texture without forming a gel cast. Now after that 2-hour routine, she is ready for her nap.
Ready for your nap?
Yeah.
If you learned anything from this video, please like and subscribe, and stay tuned for next week where you'll be seeing a beautiful 2-strand twist style on my 6-year-old Naomi.